What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of It's Whatever with the Bishop. Magic Moments with the Mosleys presents. Look who's here.
Yo, I'm
co-host, Mr.
Yo.
Funny Man Jeff.
Yo,
He's back in the building.
Gotta do some shit, man. This summer's winding down.
He was missing.
Yeah, man. I missed here though. No place I'd rather be.
Hey, man, you were missing. Because
it's like
wife filled in, we did her little thing,
and I appreciate that, man. I know you did your thing one time, had the wife one time, so it's like a family affair. Like, we, even if it's us doing our own thing for a tick, it's still not stopping the show.
Yeah, we got other stuff. We gotta be some places.
Yeah, some family moments, some other stuff, and wouldn't trade it for the world. So, but I'm back. It's crazy because I was getting gas yesterday, and it's like I got this stuff. It's like I didn't forget that I do this, but it's like stuff that was on my mind. I'm like, where can I get this out? I'm like, you dumbass, you do a podcast. Like, like, yo, if you ever want to rap about something or you ever want to encourage folks. Because it's one thing to do a live and a video, but this is the platform of all platforms.
Yeah, and then you can go back and listen again.
Yeah, share it with somebody. I ain't gotta say it again.
Yeah, it'll be there.
Yeah,
that's why it's good. But what's up, man?
Yo, I'm now below 220.
Okay. Oh,
216. Thank you. Started off at like 259, 260. I rounded to 260 because it sounds better, but so it feels good. I'm doing a 90 day weight loss challenge. Okay. I think we just wrapped up. Today pretty much be the first 30 days.
Okay.
One thing about me, see, we have these talks, but this is for the sake of the viewers. Right. Like, I'm doing this challenge not really to lose weight because I'm on my own mission. Yes, I'm still trying to lose weight, but it's like everybody has a different mission with their body. Right. Mine's is to get rid of the stomach, get rid of these man boobs, but my ultimate goal is to get the swollenness. You know what I mean? Yo, I feel it. I see it. I'm down the way. Yeah, large shirt. I just gotta get the cuts. Like,
you working, baby.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But it feels good because I've been at this journey for 5.5 months. So it's now I'm already knowledge I've gained, experiences I've had along these past 5.5 months. I feel like I'm in that challenge. Accountability for me
became the teacher.
Yeah, gotcha. Because I'm not worried about me, even if. Because we weigh in every Sunday. Like the one time the scale jumped up 2 or 3 pounds, I didn't give a shit. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm packing on muscle. Like, I don't eat how I used to, but I'm not eating straight up just fruits and veggies and counting calories. Like, I have an idea how many calories I'm taking, but I pack on protein some days. Like, I might go heavy on carbs. Maybe not every day, not before I go to sleep, but I eat different to get these results I'm getting. So, but it's like, there's people in there who's starting a new journey. So now all the stuff I learned through you, through my man Mac Shine, and Dr. Sabi, and just anybody I take something from. Now I get to, here y'all go. Yeah. And the proof is in me. I started, and I'm kind of almost halfway where I want to be. Probably not even halfway, but here goes some stuff.
You your own blueprint.
Yeah. And now it's just following it. Yeah.
That's good.
Now let's just knock it off track.
I definitely... I'm all smiles.
Yeah, man.
I light up. It's cool. I be like, I see you. I be like, look at it.
Yo,
for everything, it'd be great. I'm like, yo, that's what's up, man. That's definitely what's up.
This is the part that's a gift and a curse. I gotta go fucking shopping after this baby shower, like, cause I'm done wearing extra large shirts. They look sloppy over here. So I need large shirts now. Yeah. I need 36 waist pants. Like, haven't worn 36 probably since 2002 or 3.
That's what's up, man. That's big.
Yeah, it's a good have to go shop. I've been throwing boxers away left and right. Like,
it's big. It's big from the workout sense, like. Stuff that like Terry gave me, it ain't in vain. You know what I mean? You take it and run with it. You build your own. You know what I mean? Because I couldn't listen, man. I'd be like, that's all him. I just get the workouts. You know what I mean? We just go through, but putting all the pieces and knowing and seeing yourself, having that vision of what you want to be, and having that set that I'm gonna get this. People respect it and they gonna follow you, and then you see like. It becomes a blessing to other people. Yeah. So I feel great because I know giving it to you, you're going to give it to somebody else.
And that's how this world is supposed to.
It's dope because I got a client from you. I know him. I seen he come. And
she made mention of that 2 days ago.
Yeah, so and that's big because you're doing what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? It might be some people that come and fall off and don't do what they're supposed to do.
I did it before. And I came to you for like 2 months and stopped for like a year.
When you see people work it, Marv works it, you know what I mean? Carl, like, it's with guys, I think, and not picking a side, but I think they get it faster without because emotions set women off, and then they feel bad and give up on themselves, and
we're naturally competitors too.
So it's
and with men, not every woman wants to be super toned. Some of them, they might just want to be in shape. Some of us guys be like, oh no, we're going all the way. I need the shoulders. I need the arms. I need the chest. Like, So it's a different look we're looking for. You know what I mean? And it's nothing against the ladies.
Yeah, it's not. It's you have to have that nature to it. They like women do too. Gotta have that. That same. Everyone can have that same attitude towards it of being the best and not. And what I mean by emotion, like getting knocked off your square. When it comes to this, it's for you. It's the better for you. So like when you actually focus on you and focus and put different habits in place. Because some people, I wanted candy, I wanted this, da, 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 da. You have to change the narrative.
And there's alternatives.
Yeah. So you
can chop up an apple.
Yeah.
You can dip the bitch in some peanut butter or something. Yeah. You don't have to settle for chips or a cake. Yeah. There's alternatives. You can peel an orange. Oranges are fucking delicious. You can peel an orange.
Yeah, so it's I'm a little heavy. I be like, it's excuses, but just be consistent. You will get there. You will have them woes, but you cannot stay there. I'd
be lying if I said I ain't have a week or two or three, not all in one walk, but in this past 5 months where I had a week where I might have only worked out with you, or maybe got one more in, or maybe I might have worked out all the days, but I had a real bad Friday night and Saturday. I had a real bad weekend of eating. Okay. You know what I mean? It happens.
Right.
But I guess I never really seen the results of those miscues because I stayed consistent. I just
right.
You pick yourself up that next week, like, all right, dude, you got chill on eating this week.
Right.
Go extra hard, like add a tad bit more cardio in you.
Right. It becomes the lifestyle.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle. It's a numbers game too.
It becomes the management.
Yeah.
And it's fun. I think it's fun. I think challenging yourself, it makes it for when you step in the real world, that you're able to set and handle it. And I think just building and putting your mind goes through something when you work out. So I feel like when you put your mind through that, and when you step out into the world, it's like something that kicks in. And the more you do it, it becomes that second nature. It becomes that habitual thing that you don't even notice that, and you handle it.
You know how some people, I don't have the energy to work out. Like, it's that to get going. Right. Like they think their body's too tired for it, or just number one, that's you being out of shape. But here goes what's crazy once you get in this whole regimen. Like, hey, I worked all week. We all know I do blue collar work, so some days are rough for me, some days are not. But I didn't have to work today, so I hit you up yesterday. I'm coming through. Still got my butt up as if I was going to work. Worked out, and here goes the kicker. I had a boost of energy after the workout. We don't do play in the Lions Den. We had boot camp today. No, even if it's a chill boat, you're working.
Yeah.
So crazy thing is, I get home, I got my second win. I washed my wife's whip. And then I'm like, I didn't fully wash mine, but I showed some love to it. Right. And then now I'm doing this, and then I've got something I'm gonna do after that. But like, I'm not tired though. Right. Like I'm, whatever the day brings me, let's go. Yeah. That's how I
am. I wake up like that, so it's definitely beneficial. What's going on?
Okay, so my wife knows I'm here, so calling me and stuff. Leland Nelson, we did an episode with him about a month and some change ago. He gifted Bishop and I this book. All right, Dreams Are Built Overnight by David Shands. So we're gonna rap about this for a little while, about this book, because this book is pretty much, other than the Bible, when I started getting myself together back in March, it was the first book I picked up and said, yo, I'm going to read this whole thing front to back, and this is going to kick off me getting into reading books. Bishop is an avid book reader, and the man, he gains his wisdom, he shares it, or he's also the type, this was a great read, get it. You know what I mean? So, and reading is fundamental, is necessary. Your brain is a muscle, exercise it. Like, But the good thing about it is, so thank you once again. I think I already thanked him 3 times. Thank you, Leland. Yeah. And I even reached out to David Shands on Facebook. We are now Facebook friends. He responded back to me. Right. So yeah, man. So I'm gonna tag him in this when I share the video and shout him out. But great book, Dreams Are Built Overnight. David Shands started off worked for Cheesecake Factory and then started a T-shirt company. Okay. Sleep is for Suckers. If anybody's ever heard of that brand, that's his T-shirt brand. And that wasn't his passion. He's basically into being a motivational speaker with the youth, with people. That's what he does. So his T-shirt brand kick-started. It funded his passion. So I took some notes. Just want to go over some stuff real quick. I'll just go over all of it. And me and you we'll chop it up. Because the good thing about what I have is, you know, y'all know Bishop is an entrepreneur. He has the Lions Den, and he does his damn thing. So there's things that I'm going to talk about. He's done it. You already done it. You manifested it. Things you might have been thinking about or something. A few things you might have been, all right. So I'm going to just read these off real quick, and we'll go back over them. Yep. First one, don't let life pass you by. Don't hit the snooze button in life, especially if you have goals and aspirations. One thing I was thinking about the other day I wanted to talk about was how some people are content. Right. So it's like we can motivate, but we don't need to make anybody feel bad if they just want to live a normal life. Right. You know what I mean? I know people who aspire to have a mansion, and I know an old head who's retired and lives in a rooming house and is happier than can be in his rooming house. Okay. So, but in the book it talks about how in the blink of an eye you could have worked at the same job for 30, 40 years. Now it's time to retire, and you might only remember 4 or 5 good things about your life. Okay. So don't let time pass you by, man. Just if you got a goal aspiration, get on it today, even if it starts with jotting it down. Your first business might not be your passion. You know, I learned this years ago from somebody. You want to touch $1 million for real, have more than 3 hustles, 3 or more hustles. You gotta have multiple hustles. Yeah, right. Unless your job, you're blessed to, boom, you got it. But so in that first business, even though it might not be your passion, it has to make sense. It has to be something that can feed you and feed your family. You know what I mean? So like I'm in the process of getting something rolling with the help of some folks. It's something that's not my passion, but it makes sense. Right. Make time. I know we all work, we have families, we work out, but if you have an idea or a business you want to start, or you have something you want to get rolling, you either going to have to sleep less, either stay up an extra 2 hours or wake up an extra 2 hours, and you're going to have to start turning down. If you into socially drinking and stuff like that, those times have to get turned down. If you're casually dating, you might have to turn a date down. You might, you know what I mean? Or if you chilling with the homies too much, just, you know what I mean? You're gonna have to. Yeah, you can. You have to build some special space. Social media wave rider. You might have to turn that off. Sultan said that. He said, "Yo, for an hour or 2 a day, don't touch it. Focus on what you gotta do." Yeah. So okay, keep going. This is another thing. You don't have to quit your day job once you get your first business rolling. I'm saying all this stuff, but I want y'all to read this book, man. It's on Amazon, I think, for like no more than $20 or something like that. But ease your way out of your full-time job. One thing he said in there was a good way to start is once you get enrolling and you know you're seeing money, now set your schedule up to work 4 days a week. Okay, yeah. That's I did that. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like work, maybe work Monday through Thursday, however you filter in, give yourself that extra day off. So now you got 3 days off. So now that's 3 days to fully work on your business. Right. You know, and I like that right there. Make sure you're legit. Dot your I's, cross your T's, like Leland was talking. But here goes what David also said. But don't let that hold you up from getting rolling. You might not have a logo yet. You might not have certain this and that yet. But especially when you're doing stuff working with your hands and, you know, certain things, like he didn't have his business 100% legit, but he bought T-shirts. He had a link with a print shop. He was printing shirts. Right. Even though he could have had his whole idea snatched from him, he wasn't letting that stop him. Because some people will say, "Oh, I'm waiting to save money to start my business before I get rolling." And I want to buy stuff. It's like one of these things. If you could see him while he's talking, it's like, yeah, you do want to be legit, but like don't sit stagnant though while you're trying to get there. If you can get something pushing, because if you even in the business mind frame and you're going to start a business,
there's something you cannot buy and get your business legit.
That's true too.
You see what I'm saying? That there's no way, there's nothing. Might be a pair of Jordans or something that hey man, or that purse.
Yeah, he was a Jordan lover. He said he had to sacrifice buying a few of them.
Yeah, so you got to make that. Man, I'm like this. I don't. When it comes to like anything with the weights, anything with fitness, I don't second guess it. I believe that everything is going to take care of itself when it comes to that. So yeah, I just want to throw that in.
Hell yeah. I think I only got 3 more things to say. Okay, so this was interesting to me, but it makes sense. Take, I don't want to use the word rich, so I'll say I don't even think he used the word rich, but take an established person to lunch.
Say it again.
Take a rich person to lunch. I think he said rich. I don't know, but we're going to say established. Take an established person to lunch. Just suck up all the knowledge you can, and if possible, make that person your mentor. What he would do is he was working at the Cheesecake Factory. He was able to read people, how he had to act with certain tables for the sake of getting his tips up and stuff like that. Yeah. So he said it was certain people he'd read them and try to offer to take them to lunch, because even people with money like free stuff. Right. And he said he wouldn't go nowhere super expensive, but he not taking them somewhere super cheap. So it'd be like maybe a nice little restaurant, not mom and pop, but like something that's not a chain. Okay. You know what I mean? Or something like, so for our sake, might take them to a Crawdaddy's, somewhere nice, not too expensive, but not, you know what I mean? Or even a Chipotle for some people if it's lunchtime. Like,
yeah, because you're showing that I'm investing.
Yeah, and that's all you're doing. Yeah. And they like free stuff. Yeah. So you meet them in, you don't want to take them to McDonald's or something, but yeah. And you soak up knowledge. Let them talk about themselves. Let them, go ahead.
Yeah, that's when you believe, that's when you truly believe in what you're doing. You'll know that that's part of it.
Yeah, especially, and he said like, see, if you're in the Harrisburg area, it's small here. But he was down in Georgia, it's a pretty big spot. Right. So what he would do is try to find a spot where it's closer to that person's office. So say the person you trying to take lunch is an exec. Okay, well he's in this area. Let me research a restaurant in this vicinity so he ain't got to travel far. Right. You know what I mean? So do that. Anybody should try to network and gain mentors. But this was dope. Take somebody to lunch. You busy? You go to lunch and let them talk. Bump it. It ain't about you right now.
I like that.
Yeah, because people like free stuff.
Yeah, and not even that. It shows the difference of the person. It shows how bad you want it.
Even if it's your last $25.
Like even people hearing you say that, if it resonated with you a certain way, let us know. Like, when some people be offended, I ain't like that. This lets you know.
Don't want it. Yeah. Well, you might still want it, but you're gonna have to step outside your comfort zone. Yeah. 2 more things. Sacrifice something. Kind of goes back in with sacrificing time, but also like you, depending on how your life is set up, you might have to sacrifice cable per se. Like the Fire Sticks are out, you might have to tell Comcast and Verizon or DirecTV to kick rocks and then just get you some Wi-Fi and a Fire Stick and Netflix and salvage an extra $150 a month. Yeah, I know I'm doing that right now. I told the cable company, I just want your Wi-Fi and I'm cool with that. Y'all can have the rest. As a matter of fact, where do we send these boxes to? Yeah. And I'm cool with my Hulu and my Netflix and
all the other things.
And all the other things. Right. And now me and my wife did our budget. That's going to hold us. We'll have an extra 120, 130, maybe 150 a month. And we ain't got to worry about the bill doing this. Right. And that's a sacrifice. So that we can talk all day about sacrifices, but you got to be willing to sacrifice. And then like he was even to talk about him. It was like a date. He had to sacrifice dating. If it was a girl, he knew in the back of his mind that this ain't going nowhere. Right. All right, sweetheart, I'm cool. Like, now, if it's somebody you really digging, like, you know what I mean? But if it's just, I'm just going with her just to go have a meal, nah. Yeah. You know what I mean? Might have to sacrifice the Jordans or certain shopping, like. And it's not for everything. It's to get your time together and get your money together, because it takes money to make money. So sacrifice. You could take that self-explanatory. Take it how you want it. And know within yourself. I think he was going to sacrifice celebrating his birthday too. Every year he did it big, or he did something. He said, I'm not celebrating my birthday until I get to where I got to be. Very lastly, pray about it. Pray on it. Whatever you're trying to do out here, give it to God, man. Pray on it. And get your energy right. And put your action.
You pray to the sky coming down. You gonna have to put some action to it.
Put your action to it. Yep.
And believe in what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, that's good. I have not yet got to that book. I'm a chronological order.
Yeah.
I got my books in order.
Yeah.
So now, I
you gotta bust out those books.
Yeah. I just finished one. I finished one about habits. Forgive me for not knowing the author's name. Then now I'm going into a little bit of business and marketing.
Yeah.
I got a nice.
Leland told me that. He said when you want to get rolling in your endeavor, his first thing he said, make sure your marketing strategy's on point.
I was like, I just started. I'm about 30 pages in, but I was like I felt so. There was some stuff, and I was just like, I'm out of the loop. Mm-hmm. And it was like, I didn't know strategies and tactics and getting into the difference of marketing and what's not marketing and what is come on, Brent. I'll come back to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it had a lot to do with small businesses trying to mimic other businesses or big corporations, and you know, and I even said as a trainer, like you can look at the guys that have went pro and they're selling supplements and they're showing the workout. They got the nice tan paint on. It looks like I'm looking like, man, this is a good workout video. I'm gonna have to. So I don't watch too deep because I don't want to get caught up. You know, I stayed within my own lane and gotta, you know, do what I do for me. Mm-hmm. and
see, I watch stand-up comedy, a lot of specials, but I watch them differently.
Yeah.
Than others.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm watching it. I'm just checking delivery and energy and certain things. I still do laugh, but I'm not watching it to laugh. And I'm not watching it to steal their jokes either. I'm like, all right, this dude's a vet. How's he rolling with his punches? And then after that, I might watch it again to enjoy it. Mm-hmm. And then after that, it's like, okay, hopefully something, because I don't force it, but I do see that sometimes when I do that, some of it kind of flows within me. You know what I mean?
You gotta have them people. I feel you have to have those people that you admire from a business standpoint. Mm-hmm. That they give you transparency to see the ins and out. And if you're real serious, if they wrote a book, it's worth reading, mm-hmm. regardless, because that gives you not seeing it what they're giving to the customers, but you want to know the back end. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You don't want to see it from that chair. Everybody's not going to want to know from what you want to know. Some people are customers. They like being customers. That's how they are. Like, give me the belt, give me the shoe, let me see. But at the end of the day, you offer nothing. You're a customer. We get caught up in the glamours of people. Oh, look at Fashion Nova, wear this, da 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 da. Them people is selling it to you now, but they were once a customer. Now the people that's intrigued, you are the customer. Mm-hmm. So I look at it like when I ain't gonna say study 50 Cent or study Will Smith. I look at the back end. I need to know the beginning.
And some of them will give you the tape if you're willing to listen.
Yeah,
if you research for the right interviews and the books.
Yeah, you find all that. So it is like you said, not watching it from that aspect, but you are watching as a student.
Mm-hmm. A student.
Yeah, so it's a big difference. It's a big difference.
It's a real big difference, man. And this book, it's like he dropped out of college, or he didn't finish college, and worked at Cheesecake Factory for a few years. And now this dude is fucking doing it. So it's like, and he kept his book simple. He likes to learn simple, so he gave it simple. So it's like, it's motivating because you can start a business.
Right. Especially if it's meaningful.
Yes, that's the thing. Yeah, it has to make sense. Are you giving something for the consumers that they need it or can't go without it or want it, or you know what I mean? Is it something you're also going to, even if it's not your passion, are you still going to give it 110%? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, because
it was talking. I do remember this. It was talking about like you might be good at the technical of a business, but you're not business. Like, you know all the technical stuff. So it was like some people are better not starting their own business, but staying for a company that handles all the business stuff, and you just being great at being technical and making that money. Like, there's some trainers that you probably missing out that you could be working for an establishment and making money and having you. Yeah, so like you could probably change the culture and have them allow you to do what you want to do because you're that great. You can bring your clients.
Yeah, because some people might just need you.
Yeah. So it was saying
this is true.
It was saying don't miss that.
Yeah.
You know, you might have to go work in your field and work for someone to help them build, and then come out that way. And I was like, I definitely respect that and I understand that. But you know, that's for those that
different strokes, different.
Yeah, because like when he said about working and then doing the t-shirt, like I was full time at the airport.
Yeah.
And I was doing both.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know, well, I'm gonna cut down on the airport. I cut down to 3-4 days. Then I cut it down to 2. And I trained 7 days.
And that's easing your way out.
And
so that you still not, because you're not gonna make a livable yearly income off the bat.
Right.
Now there's probably 1 in 1 million who end up doing that, and that's okay. But realistically, you're gonna need time to build
you know within 5 years. They said a lot of small businesses don't make it past 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Or and I'm still early in it. It was saying how you might have the plumber that works 16, 17 hours just to make ends meet. And then you have the person that works the same amount of hours, but he got 20 plumbers. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he has time. So it's like knowing when that just might not be for you. And that was you know, I was just it was new to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I know, like, being past 5 years and being confident in what you're doing and being a student in all the fields, I feel that when you have that now, like, can't go wrong.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean?
Like, Leland sent me like some stuff to put a business plan together, and he sent me some stuff. I don't know if he's ever sent it to you, but I'll forward it to you. I'm not going to say I was intimidated at first, but I was looking at that, I was like, whoa.
Right.
Because I don't think some people, like we say, they see the glitz, the glamour, they see the back end, they see, or the front, or whatever, the part that's appealing.
Right.
Not knowing that, it's a lot that goes into a business plan. That, you know, me, I'm not discouraged. It's attainable. It's we can accomplish this. But when I first saw it and knowing him, he gave me the shit to get your business done the right way.
And you know where you just first, I want to go right back to what you just said.
Go ahead.
People don't have a business plan. They ain't got nothing written down. They ain't got nothing.
And no goals. You gotta have these goals of what you want your business to do.
They started off with technical. They might be just good at something, but they didn't write nothing down. They didn't do no.
I think you'll spend frivolously if you don't. I've seen people do it. They didn't have a plan with their money, and even if they're still making money, you end up pissing away a lot of it.
Right.
Or if you had a plan that you can stick to.
Yeah.
And I think some people need to realize, even when you're a boss, you might have to have a cap too. You might have to pay yourself and put the rest to the. You know what I mean?
There's a difference in the disciplined people.
Yeah.
I don't listen. Like, even this brother, I don't care if you're making shirts. You still got to be learning something. You still want to be able to know marketing, know how to set, know how to pay attention, know what to pay attention to, know where to look for when. And we just using shirts. Know what to look at and what to see, what's trending, what looks appealing. And they can't, like, I feel in that business, you have to see what's in. You know, you have to.
Your ear gotta be to the streets, to the fashion.
Yeah, so you have to be able to do a little bit of. It said this. This is what it said. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Make what looks of what is in, but your twist. Like, that's just how business is. If you want to stay in, because hey man, who knows? Like, it didn't catch on, but remember, bro, it's probably some people to wear, because I'll be seeing the dude Benji Empire, you know, shout out to him and the ones that people, I think that's his name.
Oh, Yo, and I like how it's a double thing. It's like he has his brand, and then he also has the modeling thing going on. Like he has
his clothes is great. Like they remind me of Kanye West. But it's his. Mm-hmm. We seen that
Benny,
before.
Yeah, shout out Benny. Yeah,
we seen that before.
Mm-hmm.
But I like his.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
it's unique. And he still has a twist on it.
Right.
And I'm glad he got the modeling troupe with it. So they're like, you got these people.
Listen,
and you can buy this.
I don't want to look like I got mauled by a tiger, but it might be one of them nights I feel like I'm going to wear it. Yeah, that's why I said so. It's
different.
Right.
Because, some shirts I've seen, I would wear some shirts. I'm like, I wouldn't wear it, but it's still dope.
Right.
So, for me.
And
that's a good thing, though.
We seen it before. Like we wear stuff with holes. I got pants on with holes in right now. So it's like, don't nobody got to change the style of jeans really to get people to wear them. They just got a patch on it.
You know, also spoken there like the message, like you could give somebody a message with what you got going on. Like for him, it was deeper.
That's what I was saying.
Sleepers for Suckers. He's selling people. It's not just a giving you a shirt around.
Thank you.
I'm selling you this message.
Right. So
the message with this, I have a story.
Thank you. It gotta be. You have to, especially as a small business, you have to give people some of you. What do you know? What do you have? What is this? You know what I mean? Like you just be like, okay, he makes cool shirts. When you're a small business, you're not. Listen, people won't buy. A person can be an idiot, and he can be rich. We don't know nothing about them. People won't buy because they're at there. But when you're starting where we're at, and you want people to buy into what you have to give them some of you. Because I'll be like, yo, I like him. I'm gonna wear his clothes. I support him. I
came a long way, especially we know I came on proud of him
because they get.
I like what he has to say.
Yeah, thank you. So that makes it like worth wearing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because somebody can come out with something hot, and let's just say they give you that vibe of being an idiot. Like I don't call people idiots, but they give you that vibe. Like they just ratchet or they just spend a lot of time. So like let's just say he go to jail all the time. Everybody ain't gonna want to buy your clothes. You see what I'm saying? Like, because of what you stand for. So some people will put out clothes and no one know who that person is or know anything of them. They're not going, who are you? Where are you? You're behind the shadows. Who are you? What are you? Like, so I feel like that is important, knowing things to give people so that they can say, you know what, that person, not just his clothes, but that person as a whole, I fool with them. I'm gonna support them. I'm gonna share their stuff. I'm gonna buy their stuff. Because once you get people that's avid buyers of your stuff, buying it all the time, hitting you up every weekend, that's how the ball gets rolling. But people want to know, like, who are you? You know what I mean? That's the same with trainers. Like, I feel you can be dope as far as what you do, but like, people's minds, I say it all the time, are open. What are you giving them? What are you giving them? It's like, it's different. You see these people every day or every other day, every week.
Are you giving them something else? Yeah. Like for us, I know you give a lot of us motivation, encouragement. Like sometimes you play counselor. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it's all good.
It's a lot of things that come with you. So it's like, I got this guy telling me what exercises to do today, but like, I'm soaking in some knowledge, and I'm also able to.
I'm letting everything go. Yeah, we letting everything go. We going. Listen, man. I feel the better my clients, better y'all are, the better I am. It's like, to me, I see it as like a ladder, kind of. I'm gonna use that now. I make it my own. Like, we're just like this, boom, 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 and I feel that. As you have overcame, and even knowing you in the last couple years, I know the first Jeff I met, and then seeing you overcoming hurdles and seeing where you're at now and seeing where you're going, I take heed to that, and I learn from you because now I know you're excelling. Now you, it's about to go down. I'm excited. I'm in the seat waiting just to see now when them bucks start about to get crazy.
I'm glad you say that because
it's gonna get crazy. I'm just gonna sit back like, yo, because that's big to me. Like, if I know, and even shout to like Keenan, like he be busting out the.
Yeah, happy birthday, Keenan! Yeah, today's his birthday.
So when you see when you around them people and they're just growing and they just got something, you be like, yo, that's big, man. It is. Cause it's like, yo, I might not know something, but you can give me something that might help me. I'm like, you know what? Boom, yeah, you know what I mean? That's what you want. That's what I look for, man. And when I see people gaining that, I just be like, because I might not have it. You might have something that can catapult me. But if I'm around people that don't got that mind, what am I getting?
And you are sometimes going to have to, and you have to switch up your circle sometimes. You can still come back and check on the homies. Yeah. What's up, y'all? You good? All right, cool. All right, I'm out again. All right, you gotta. What's that one saying? Hang around four broke people, you'll be the fifth or some shit like
put
that.
One in the air, be out.
Yeah.
Holler at you.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to get in circles of people who maybe not doing exactly what you're doing, but they're keeping it pushing in a manner where you're learning from them constantly, and you can get plugged in with other folks that, you know what I mean, can help you get closer. Yeah. And the good thing you said about me, man, is like, it's beautiful too, because anybody can do it. Like, I was a stone cold alcoholic, like a functioning type. I used to go to work and this and that, but it's like, I knew I had to make a change. Right. And so, yeah, if you want to do something, like I said, don't let time pass you by. But in the midst of you making your business plan, or you going for getting away from being an employee to a boss, because this is what I had to do. Don't be afraid to take 3, 4, 5, 6 months, however long you feel you need to take. And literally, you got to reset yourself.
I want to ask you that. So, did you put habits in place? Like, what did you do? I just wanted to because I just came out of that realm. So I want to know, what did you put in place?
Okay, so basically, I swapped out the alcohol, like going to the bars for happy hour and partying on the weekends and things of that nature, to workout regimen. And so it'd be like working out after work instead of happy hour, and at night, instead of the nightcap, it might be push-ups. So that's one thing. So I put the fitness habit.
So was the reward? Because I know people do things.
The reward for that.
So was that hard switch of reward? Because that's two different type of rewards.
Yo, the first week was weird. The first week or two is weird. You know what I mean? But see, I'm also, like, I go to church. I'm spiritual too. So it's like, I asked God to take that away from me. But it was still weird nevertheless. But the reward is beautiful. Especially like when you're young and you drinking, I get that. You want to see what's out there. You want to party. Cool. I'm 32. So it's like, for me, I'm like, all right, I am about to like hit up to the 40s in a hot second. Like, I got to change health-wise. But the exchange of it was amazing, because no more hangovers. Like, no more pissing away too much money because I want to get another bottle, or I'm at happy hour. This is my third one this week. So the money factor, that my blood work was bad before I started working out. I had high liver enzymes, and I was borderline blood pressure down. I was borderline everything. Like, 2 more months of me over drinking, like, I would have fucking down on pills.
Real quick, staying in there. Mm-hmm. How did you feel when that wore off? Did you reflect and feel down, like, bad of your escapade?
Yo, yeah. So here's what happened. Now you insert therapy. Now, see, I'm blessed because I have a minister at church who's my therapist, so I don't have to worry about paying. I don't have to worry about going through insurance, because I tell people get therapy, but I understand some people might not be able to afford it. Some might not have insurance.
So I mean,
that's what I had to do.
You put that in.
It was, and thank God he was there with me. It was like you and him. I grabbed both y'all hands at the same exact time. Okay. This dude helps me out with our marriage counseling and with my one-on-one therapy, and you help me out with the fitness, and as like, you basically are big brother. Right. And I'm about to fucking cry, yo. Like, bro, like, so it's like y'all two men came in my life at the perfect time, man, to help me get it right. So yeah, and he warned me of this shit. He said, you're working too much and you're working out too much. You're bare knuckling it. And that could be an alcoholic thing, or that could be in life. You switched up. Like, I went from a alcoholic to a workaholic.
Right, yeah.
So the therapy helped, because that wore off. I'm not 100% clear of my mental yet. Right. I gotta continue to shed this.
Right.
But let's not do it every day. Let's not do it every night. Let's not drink over it. Let's not harbor over it. Let's not feel like shit over it. Meet this man once a week, once every other week, whenever needed. I'm glad I got him. I'm now a when's needed. Like my last session was 2 or 3 Wednesdays ago. I just hit him up that Sunday. Yo, I gotta talk. Cause like the baby coming and my wife's hormones, and that was getting overwhelming. And then I felt like it's just too much on my plate.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we had to talk on the podcast where I'm like, I'm burnt out, but it's a good burnt out. But I'll be honest with you. Even though I'm cool with that burnout, I still had to go talk about it though, and just make sure I'm okay.
Right.
Because as men, we gonna always,
right.
I got this. I'm all right. But deep down inside, you might be like, yo, I'm. Like, so that is my new reset too. Therapy. I know at one time I put on Facebook, man, that my wife and I do marriage counseling. Now, the people who understand that counseling and therapy is good for you, we're shouting out positive stuff. That's what's up, man. Da da da. Then you got some people who either commented or talk shit behind our backs when they got back to us. That's like, oh, their marriage must be failing, going to therapy, or like even with just one-on-one therapy, oh, he must be nuts going to counseling. Like, that stigma is still in the minority, the Black and Latin community. But I'm glad that a lot of people are opening their eyes and realizing therapy is necessary. You're not a fucked up person if you go see a therapist and you go get some counseling. You don't have to be a counselor just because there was times I'd come talk to you. Me and Savannah be with you and your wife. It's somebody who you can trust, who's neutral, who's not going to go tell your business and can just give you some positive feedback or just let you get it off your chest. Yeah. That's therapy. But sometimes we go to somebody who's certified. You can have a cool old head. And people would talk like, oh, but in my mind, I never addressed it till now, and it's still, but it's like, yo, but my mental health is, I'm good though.
I think
like, me and my wife, we are better.
I want to say this.
I encourage it, especially the first 5 years of marriage, 5 to 10, 5.
I encourage it. Listen, you have to, and I tell my wife, you have to do all the things necessary to make you a better person.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know who you are. Mm-hmm. You have to put away any and everything anyone said. You have to actually sit with yourself and listen. That's why I say books. You have to find your way. I don't care if you have to listen to audio. You have to become the best person. Listen, man. No one is responsible. No one's responsible. And what I mean by no one is responsible,
what you choose to do.
No, and how you choose to feel. Like, people might do stuff to you. If you allow to take that on and to control your life, you surrender your life. You surrender your life.
I'm at that point.
It
I'm
is
okay.
imperative.
Keep talking it. It's all right.
It's imperative that you have the best for you.
Mm-hmm.
I want the best for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be. I feel when that is becoming of you, you're going to react a certain way. Mm-hmm. You're going to love a certain way. You're going to be a certain type of way. It's not fair to my family. It's not fair to the next person. But you have to be. You have to know who you are. You have to know what you want. You have to get away from the people that are causing you any type of things, and you have to want help. But you even if you can't find help, what are you doing differently?
Yeah.
That is going to change your mind. What are listen, I feel sacrificing. What are you sacrificing? That, so if you feel, let's just say you wake up and your day feels the same way, and it's like this all your life. Let's say it's like that every day. What are you cutting out every day out of that life? What are you eliminating?
And you know there's something in there not good for you.
If you really want to be better, what do you start eliminating? There's stuff you have to eliminate.
And it might have to just start with people.
It not to start with.
Sometimes that is one of the first
activities.
Yeah.
All that. Like, what are you doing to want to be better? To want the best? Listen, man, it is a sad life to where you're just living here waiting to die. You're just living here waiting on Jesus. It's a sad life because it's a cover-up. Waiting on something.
And God wants you to work though. God wants you to go out there and live your best life. He wants that for you.
How fair is it to the people that are
counting on you? Yeah. That's another thing why I
how can you want the best for your children if you don't want the best for yourself?
See, now my stepson, who is my oldest son, that's my baby boy, Jeremiah, the level of respect, once I got my shit together, he saw me getting on point, not on point, it shot through the roof. Now not that I wasn't a super bad person, but I know he saw what I was doing behind closed doors, where I was like, he saw me lit up, he saw me drunk, he saw me lazy, he saw me sitting there, he saw me eating poorly, he saw that. So now it's like, yo, my pops is like on his shit. So now it motivates him to be on his, and now me and you talk about this one-on-one. Now if I tell him to do something, yo, man, you gotta do your push-ups. You gotta eat right. Leave some of that junk food alone. Yo, read. Here goes a book for you, man. Read, man. Read's essential for you. Right. Like, yo, make sure you on top of your hygiene. You want to go to the game, pop a squirt of cologne on. I don't need no cologne. Trust me. You know what I mean? Like, but because I got actions and I'm on it, now he's like, what I say is gold. It's solid now. Listen, and I don't take advantage of that.
I think it's time.
I'm giving the example to him.
It's time for us to stop sitting back, admiring everyone else living. It's crazy, bro. It's sad to me, bro. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy that people sit back and admire everyone else living. It's sickening.
And some people, especially on social media,
it's crazy.
I ain't calling nobody out. I would never do that. But some folks are faking the funk out here. I've been, and you've been, we've been around people who on social media, it looks phenomenal. Yeah. And then when you actually hang with that person multiple times within multiple spans of days, and then you see how they really get it, how they live, or their tactics when they go out to eat, and what they're sacrificing, and how to get this so they can look like this. Yo, it'd be like, oh, fuck no. Listen, all right, there's no need to put you on this pedestal. You're a regular person, too. Yeah. You just know how to make it look good. Yeah. So let me continue to focus on me.
You can't. It's a facade. It's a facade.
And even if it takes me long as shit to get to even look like that in a real manner, that's okay.
I'm admire the real people I know. Look, I'm looking for the real people that I can see, I can touch. Yeah. I don't got time to be a groupie. If you ain't, I'm coming for the knowledge of the back end.
Yeah.
Everything else out here, I'm not sitting out there. Mm-hmm. I'm doing work and I'm out. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'm behind the curtain. I'm coming for them notes. I don't listen.
Because what God has for me after I obtain like a better financial situation or this or that, that's going to be for me. It might not be that whip you got, that house you got, that trip you went on, that bit of jewelry or that outfit. God might have a whole nother, this is what you can do with your bread that you made. You know what I mean? Like, or this is the path that you're going to be on. And it's okay. See, what I do is I'm the type, because I have family who's like this. They are well, how'd he get that? Where'd they get that from? Nah, you lying. They ain't got that. I'm always the type, I give everybody benefit of doubt. Did that? I clap you up. You know what I mean? That's what's up. Like I mean it. Genuinely mean it. Because I want to see everybody win.
That's how
and then after that, I let it go.
Yeah, you're supposed to have that. You're supposed to.
I'm not dwelling on it because that was your blessing.
It's out there for everyone.
Yeah.
It's out there for everyone. I feel there's nothing that I want that I'm not going to attain. And I already been like that. Like, there's nothing that I didn't want that I don't have. So, I know I'm good.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I'm not the one to keep the fame. Just let me be.
That's why I'm so chill now.
I just want to still away with my wife, have stuff in play. You know what I mean? And my kids be squared away. Everybody good. I'm making money while I'm asleep. Training people, watching people expanding their life. Like, man, I'm trying to be around the executives and CEOs. I'm going to be that guy. It's already in line. It's already happening. You know what I mean? Within the small confines of where I'm at. So, I'm good. It's good.
It feels good. And then it's like, if folks who really have, you know, passions or ideas or just endeavors, like,
do them. I just say
do them, man. You can do it. That's what I'm just like, you can effing do it, man, and like you will appreciate the journey too, because it ain't gonna come easy. It's not gonna come quick. It's like it's gonna be rough. You're gonna lose. You're gonna win. You're gonna lose, and win. Like, but the journey, you're gonna be able to speak on it. And then here goes this. You so focused on that, you ain't got no time to worry about what anybody else is doing. You'll never get wrapped up in anybody else's drama.
Right.
Like, it's stuff like that.
I told
can't put me in no box like I didn't gossiped about you, or I was here doing. People still trying to say I'm out here doing my wife dirty.
Oh well,
shit like that. Like, and not talking about,
listen,
I don't even have time to do that.
Listen, I don't even care. I'm glad y'all thinking about me.
Yeah,
I'm glad. So
I don't even have time.
I feel honored. Continue to watch me. But I did. I told my I told my clients, I'm declaring this before everyone. 2020. You have to do your thing. It's going to be available. I feel it's going to be abundance for everyone that's sincere in doing their thing. It's going to be crazy. If you get left out and you didn't take lessons from this year and ain't into overdrive, it got to start now. So I ain't even saying. I'm just talking about you can start sowing right now.
Your seeds, right?
Start sowing right now.
And that's what I'm doing.
And what you're reading, knowledge, business, everything, business plans.
What you're writing
down your habits, changing your habits, putting down your triggers, writing them down, seeing them, putting down
certain folks,
putting down certain things that activate your triggers. Listen, when you game plan and you have it written out before you and you work about, man, listen, 2020.
You don't even need a resolution. You started on it. Like, I did a Facebook joint shouting you out and shouting out like how far I've come, and I basically said how I got down 45 pounds, almost 45 pounds in 5 months was because I always train basically as if my trainer's watching. You know what I mean? And at the end of it, I put I've been working on my summer 2020 body since March of 2019. Mm-hmm. So it's like, but you got to put the work in to get the results on the back end. But it's okay.
I be thinking it's gonna be crazy because you're young. And you're starting before me when I was, you know what I mean. So,
and that's the same with a lot of stuff. My father is, he didn't get rolling until like 40s.
Yeah. So,
but that's what you're supposed to learn from. Somebody prior to you might have did something later in their life, or they might have just got the ball rolling. But if you become a student of them, or you just pick their brain, or you just, you know what I mean, kind of being mentor, just whatever, however way you get to see what they did, then you should already have a few tools to, all right, I can get started sooner because I know this.
Right.
I tell people all the time, I watched my dad have to do this for 20 plus years to do this in his 40s. But since I got kind of like the blueprint almost, he saved me 10 of those years.
Yeah.
And that could be anything in life.
I would say this because we're coming up. Figure out what is going to cause you to consume and be on fire. You have to be on fire about. Listen. I don't care how you work yourself up. What it is that you have to be on fire. You have to be on fire for it. Like, you have to be. It has to consume you. It has to be who you are. It has to be consuming, and I don't think that's a bad thing when it's up good and it's up growth.
Right. Plus, see, I got a daughter that'll be here in a month of some change. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, and I keep hearing for everybody, it's different when it's a girl. Not that you love your sons any less, but you got to be a man's man.
Yeah.
When baby girl comes.
There's a lot of people that don't care about that, but I think that's important.
Mm-hmm. So for me, it's like that's one of the driving
setting the tone,
forces.
Yeah, you're setting the tone.
Like, I got a little girl.
Let me tell you how important it is. Let me tell you how important it is, because there's a separation of daughters out there right now that had the difference. And you can see the difference in the way they are, the way they feel, the way they act, the things they got to overcome. A lot of them need to be in therapy. A lot of them need that help, need picked up, where there's some that don't, because guess what? There was a man in place. You know what I mean? There's somebody, that man that gets the benefit of that. And then there's the ones that, so I feel that that's important, you know what I mean? Because you ain't gonna want nobody dogging your daughter, you know what I mean? So I feel as the man, you put that in motion, you know what I mean? So it's dope. It's good, man. It's good. It was definitely, I'm gonna read that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was going to pass this on to somebody, but I took a page out your book. Yeah, I told my homie, my man Ian in Illinois, I said, he was like, send it to me when you're done. I said, all right, I got you. But then I started thinking, I'm like, no, I'm going to give this to my wife because she sleeps right next to me. She can read it. Right. And I'm going to hold on to this. So I asked Ian for his address. I said, what's your address?
My man, and brought it for him.
I ain't doing it yet.
Yep.
But I'm going to buy it for him on Amazon. And then I'm going to pop in his shipping address and all that. It's like $20.
You know what I do?
Send it to him.
I always say this. I'll offer a book, and even if I will tell them I'll give it to you, 'cause I'll buy it again, but I wait to see if they ask me for it, because then I know you want to read it. Mm-hmm. When I don't hear nothing back about, yo, what up with that book, and I know you don't want it. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? If you was intrigued by it, that's just something I do. When I offer a book to somebody, they be like, oh yeah, I be in. I'm like, oh, you need to read. You know what I mean? I'm like, I got you. Let me know when you want it.
And it's crazy.
And then they don't let me know when they want it, because I'll be willing to give my copy, and I'll just buy it again. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, but I wait to see.
You know what I realized?
Because I'll be like, I'm not going to waste time because it was important to you.
You would have asked for it. Yeah, and you don't have, like, people who maybe contemplate getting and reading. I treat it like school again. I didn't read all this in one day. I found time, like 4 or 5 evenings a week, 3 or 4 to 5 evenings a week. Well, I guess that was all it took me. But like a 7-day span in 5 days, I just read 3 or 4 chapters a pop. Yeah. And then boom, I was done.
I feel your mind is at peace. It's a difference.
I went to sleep better.
Cutting off
a little bit.
I watch TV at night. Like, I am going to watch football. But during the daytime, in between
it's at night for me.
Yeah, that's all I do, and I crave it now. I crave it. It's big to me. I feel it's a major accomplishment because I'm on 7 novels. I'm 7 books, and I'm on number 8. I read some small ones in between, but I don't really count them because they was like little pamphlets.
Okay, yeah.
There still was good books, man. I got 3 of them that is powerful. Them little books, I read them over and over. I'm probably gonna read them.
You ever do this when you read the book, right? You're reading it, and you're done with the chapter. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. And you ever shut it and be like, yo, this shit's crazy. Like, you put it down feeling like, oh, fire burning.
And then it calls
this book did that.
It calls you like Jumanji when you hear the That's how I be like, yo, I gotta read that. And then I keep reading, and then I put it, it calls you back. And that's the thing that
it's the same feeling you get from watching Power and other shows. Oh, I can't wait till next week.
It makes a difference. It makes a difference, especially if you're trying to build and you never know what rooms you're going to be sitting in. You never know who you're going to be around. You never know what kind of conversations that you're going to have. You want to be diverse. You don't need no college degree. You don't have to worry about people that got masters. When you're building your own knowledge and you're taking it in and growing from it, you can sit in any room and have a conversation with anyone. Yo, I don't care how many
books, current events.
I don't care how many facts somebody got, bro. I don't care how smart you think you are. Listen, I'm not gonna let you think you're smarter than me or you're better. Like, listen, I'm cool. Like, I could sit and have a conversation with anyone in any room. Like, you want to be there, and I feel shout out to the dudes that I respect the dudes that come home from jail with that knowledge, because bro, it wasn't wasted. When I hear some people that they ain't do nothing, like, it's a difference, and I be like, that's the people I'll sit around and listen to, and it's like, man,
that's all they did was read.
Yep. So you be like, yo, it's a ball of knowledge. You want to be around them type of people, and the people that don't, something's wrong with you. Check yourself, because that's what you gonna need. Getting in these doors, the Lelands, the people that know different things, the writers, people that wrote books. You want to write a book? Go ask them. They ain't gonna. Oh nah, I ain't giving you mine. Nah, they gonna tell you. They gonna be honored that you felt that you needed to come to them because they have something they can give.
Take them to lunch. I told him that when I'm ready, so he can go over my final situation. Pay you for your time. Take you to lunch.
It's gonna be dope, man. I'm proud of you. I already envisioned your outcome. You know, I definitely put that on I envision all my clients' outcome.
Something for them, right?
Yeah, it's something out there. We gonna find it and we gonna get it.
Yep.
So, I got some spaces, y'all. Get with me. We doing something here. We're not caught. We're just like banging out weights and getting right. You know what I mean?
The brain is a muscle too, man. My baby shower is next week.
Yeah, so we won't be
one more week.
I ain't doing that.
Right.
Then we'll be back. We'll be back.
And probably no more breaks for a while. We'll be good moving forward. Till this baby come. And then I'll still come. We come.
Yeah, we can be here.
All right.
Yeah, what? Say, all right, we gonna holler at you. He ain't coming.
Savannah, I gotta come.
He gonna be here.